how do you meet your husband? Where do you meet him, or how do you meet him?
In a bar.
In the UK?
Yes, in Manchester.
Okay.
Yeah, so we met in a bar and then it kind of progressed from there, a few dates and stuff. And, I lost my nan. And then when I was at my downest point, he swooped in and said, "Oh, let's get married." But I was grieving so bad, and, I was crying. Listen, one pivotal thing now when I look back, I was grieving so bad. My nan had just died. Like, my nan was my mother. She brought me up. So, he got down. No, he didn't even get down in one knee. It was at a restaurant and he goes, "Here, have this ring." And I started crying because it was the fact, like, my nan had just died 4 weeks ago. And the weirdest thing is, he went out and bought a new outfit for my nana's funeral. And he put all these pictures in his funeral outfit for my nana's funeral on social media. And he had 3,000 pictures of himself on social media. Like, how did I not found that, like, so strange that he had so many pictures, selfies of himself and in funeral outfits? How do you find that normal, Lindsay? Like, I even look back and think, are you even mentally okay? I clearly wasn't. I was mentally unstable.
At the time you met him, did he have his documents, like his papers
No, he
in
was
the
a
UK?
7-year overstayer. I had to go to court for him. I had to fight for him. And I did. I went to court. I fought for him. And I really fought really, really hard. But I'll tell you something. Every step of the way, the harder I fought, the more he hated me. So every time, like, I was so, like, the more you put your energy into fighting for them, the more they hate you. Like, it's almost like, for certain people, not all men, I'm not saying that it's like they hate you. It's like, oh my God, you're so desperate. It's like, it's almost like I must have given a desperate vibe, like, oh God, you make me sick kind of vibe. Like, ew, like, get away. And even up until the court date, when I went into the courtroom for when I had to extend his visa, and we were in front of the judge, and he looked at me and he was like, "Whatever, do your best." He even pushed me into the wall before going in. Like, oh my God, like, and I'm like, okay, is this normal? But obviously, I was not mentally sane at the time. I must have been.
Did you help him get his papers to stay in the UK?
Yes, I did. Yeah, all of them. All of them. I spent a lot of money, and his mother said, "Allah will pay you. Allah will definitely pay you." That's all she didn't even, like, he said, "Call my mother and thank her. Call my mother and thank her now for me. Call her now and thank her for my presence." So I did. I rang his mother and I said, "Oh, thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma." And she said, "Oh, yes, you're
Thank her
welcome."
for what?
And
Wait, thank her
thank
for
it for
what?
her son. For her son.
Thank her
And
mother
and
for her son.
she yeah,
Wait,
and she
I'm
said,
sorry. I'm
"I'll."
sorry. Like, thank her mother for her son. Like, what is son? Like, what did he do to you?
So, well, no, just meaning that obviously the day he got his visa, he said, "I will tell you first," as in me, which he did. And then obviously we was on the way into the Trafford Centre, and I will never forget it. She said to me, "Allah will surely pay you." And I was like, okay. Like, it's just honestly, I don't know whether this is just only my experience, or whether other women have gone through this, like with certain Nigerian people, or any men. I don't know. It's just the weird. I've never, honestly, you could even lose your mind, because it's like, I have never ever like, my granddad was married to my nan for 55 years, and I have I was brought up with my grandparents, and I have never experienced that kind of weirdness, especially their relationship though. Him and his mother and his sister, it was so strange. But it was too late by the time I was
So
in
can
it.
I ask you these questions? Like
Of course, ask me anything.
during the 8 years, you guys like is it like did you guys go like up and down, like have an issue, settle down or settle back, and the second question is during the 8 years or so, if you guys have a misunderstanding, do you always call his family to inform them what is really happening, and how do you see the relationship within that 8 years?
So the up and down was my suppression, which destroyed my health. So I had to suppress how I felt. I could never ever tell him anything, or I was too scared. He'd already indoctrinated me to, by that point he'd already it's kind of like an indoctrination where they kind of suppress your personality and get rid of everything that matters to you. It's you're on lockdown. Let's say a COVID lockdown. I don't know whether you experienced that, but it's a strange experience. Yeah, it's surreal, and it's definitely not a normal thing, but it was definitely, and I think it was also based on my personality as well. I won't just blame him. I will just say that I think I was very vulnerable because I just lost my nana, and she was my mother, and he just swooped in, and he took me for, like, because I was so vulnerable, he took me for, he took everything from me. Yeah. And sorry, the second question.
Hey James, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, lose your mind, find your soul. I like that message. I pray that you have found your soul. Honestly, I pray that you are doing so much better. But I'm just so aggravated, honestly. I'm just so irritated with some of these men on here because why men cannot accept that some of you are just shitty? Why you guys cannot accept that some men are just shitty? That's who they are. It doesn't matter how good a woman is to them. Like, it
I
doesn't
know,
matter
darling.
what a woman has done. This man was just a shitty man. So I'm just not
Yeah.
understanding, why are you guys asking this woman
And
all
and
these
and
questions?
I
Hold on,
know,
I'm
and
sorry. Hold
I
on.
100%, honey,
Hold on. I don't
100%.
understand why you guys, this woman has been, she's traumatized. She's been through a lot of shit. This man has, him and his family have done to her. And you guys are sitting here asking this woman all this question to justify that this man is a piece of crap. So why is it that
No,
you guys got to make
Rebecca,
excuse for, not you, James, the
Rebecca.
other ones? Because I'm like, especially with the pastor guy, why are you asking her, oh, did you, when you guys got into an argument, did you call his family? Okay, even if she did, that was not a reason for him to be shitty to her. A shitty person is a shitty person. It doesn't matter. Because one thing about me, I have been in a lot of situations in my life, and nothing anybody has done to me can turn me into a shitty person. You know why? Because I'm not a shitty person. So I don't care what this woman has done. This man was shitty. He's shitty, and he's probably gonna die being shitty. So just accept it. Thank you.
I just love people like you. Just
I don't care even though you did him wrong. Your children, the children are innocent. For him to abandon those kids like
thank
that
you. Thank
unattended,
you. Yeah.
it's wrong. It's wrong.
It's not about me. It's
I
about
have
them.
kids. I have kids. I will never leave my kids. I will never, no
Thank
matter.
you.
You understand?
Thank you for that. It's about them, not about me. Is it just about the children? Absolutely. Amen to that. I came back up to just share the rest of my experience because people had questions, and I'd rather just say it because obviously I've had people say to me that your story just does, it sounds like a weird odyssey, And it's like, hang on, this is my real life. I'm living this. It's just so messed up. You've never heard it before. But it's so messed up that I haven't even told you a quarter of what happened on my journey to make me lose my mind. And I did, trust me. And I can't go into that on social media, but he made me lose my... I went into serious obliteration. He did that to me purposefully, and he did it knowing my vulnerabilities. That's a sick human, you know. But that wasn't because he was from... Obviously, it did have an influence where he was from, but I think there's every culture that can do that, because I've met people from every culture that can, you know, it's not a culture thing. It's just because we was on a Nigerian TikTok. So it's not a personal thing. It's just, yeah, it was really deep. But if anybody has any questions, or if anybody kind
Okay,
of doesn't
what
think my story checks
what
out, please message me, because,
story?
you know,
What of
it's
life
really
have
deep.
become?
Hi,
What of
boss.
life?
Hi, boss. Hi, everyone.
How you doing?
Lose your mind. I'm really sorry for what you went through. From what I hear, sounds like someone who's a narcissist, but I won't go deep into that. Something caught my attention when you say that the mother said to you, Allah will bless you. So nothing to bash anybody's religion. I just want to ask. So his family was a Muslim family.
Yeah.
And were you willing to convert, or did you like have your hijab on?
No.
Or...
No.
Okay, so you were living a
So
completely different...
yeah, so he was, well, the thing is, okay, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna think I'm absolutely crazy for this. However, I am not. Okay, back then when I was 27, I wasn't a massively religious person, even though my nana had Aunt Mary. She prayed for me every day. I was like, stop praying, it doesn't exist. Like, stop it, you know? Like, I was just so adverse to it. However, my nana was always the massive prayer of the family, you know, whatever. So when I met my ex, he was like, I'm Muslim, but I'm Christian. So I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So you're Muslim and Christian? He said, yeah, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Christian. So I went, honestly, so this is a true story. So we went to, I swear to God, this happened within 3 months. It's so embarrassing looking back, but we went to the church and I said to the pastor, he's half Muslim, half Christian. Honestly, I am still and he sat there and I was like, yeah, I believe in both. He didn't correct me. Don't forget, I'm non-religious. I've only followed my nana's ways, and, you know, she died like he like jumped onto that like she was my mother, you know. I was grieving. And I'm so embarrassed looking back, like how I think that you can't be half Muslim. Well, maybe you can, but you can't be half Muslim, half Christian. That's why the pastor laughed in my face in the church. He laughed at me going, okay. Like, he didn't want to like be all funny with me, but I was like, now when I look back, I think, oh my God, this guy really did his work from the day one. I didn't even realise, and I had 2 kids with him. How did I do that?
Yeah.
I was so brainwashed. You don't understand. Like, I did so many... Oh my God. If I could... Honestly, anybody who wants advice, message... Because I can... It's so bad. It is so bad. I lost a lot of money, a lot of sanity, almost ended up in a mental institute, honestly, because of him. So trust me, be very careful.
I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, darling, it's fine.
Honestly.
Thank God I've come out the other side. Thank you, God.
Stay strong for your kids, I guess, and just like try
Oh
and
God,
work on
darling.
yourself.
It's okay, darling.
Yeah.
James,
Thank you so
Mr.
much. Thank you so much.
James. For like, I don't think it's because he's a Muslim, because somebody that is bad, not because of the religion, and also from the tribe it came from here in Nigeria. Like everybody knows, like Yoruba people have tolerance of religion in times of marriage. Like husband can be Muslim and the wife can be Christian, and they will coexist in one house. So I just think it's not about the religion; it's just about the personality. You understand? Presently,
I agree
Absolutely.
with you, but
yes, our president now is a Muslim, and the wife is a Christian. They
yeah,
have
but
a
him
family
saying
too.
he's a Muslim, half Christian, that's deception because they are two contradicting religions. It's not
That's
possible to be both.
that's why I said the bad person is just a bad person, not
Yeah,
about
that's what I'm
because
saying. So it
somebody
isn't
said
about religion.
yeah somebody said in the comment, oh, he's a Muslim. So
He
like I'm
wasn't.
not a
Technically,
Muslim.
he wasn't a Muslim either.
Yeah, it's not because it's the Muslim. So that's what I
And
mean.
I was a massive idiot because how can you believe that anyway? So I was massively naive. Like, can you imagine
Just
somebody
say you was
believing that?
say you was vulnerable. You was
I
not
was
an
so
idiot.
vulnerable. I was an
Yeah,
idiot,
don't say
darling.
you're an idiot.
I was so vulnerable. Honestly, I was an idiot though.
But lose your mind,
You
you have to
lost your
forgive
nanny. You
yourself.
lost your granny. Do you
I
know
know,
how?
but yeah, but you know when you lose your mind in, and then somebody swoops in and takes your soul away, oh my God, you lose your, like you have got no grounding anymore. So this is you, like they take away everything that is just, oh my God, it's the most insane thing to happen to you. So it's my fault as well, but also it wasn't my fault. He just knew that I was so vulnerable, and that is the sickest thing, because he knew and he swooped in at my most that's the sickest. I can't get over that. I cannot get over how sick that person must have been to do that to a person when at their most vulnerable moment. It's so sick. Can never get over. That's why I will forever protect my children, because if you can be that sick, you will do it with my children. I'm sorry. I am sorry, but no, absolutely not.
Please, sorry. Other 8 years, you guys did not even come to Nigeria.
I wanted to. I wanted to. So I went to book him surprise tickets. Okay, year 5 of being together. He said, if you dare do that, I will leave you. He left me loads of times, like 100 times during the relationship. But he said, if you dare, I will definitely leave you. Like, definitely. like he wouldn't do that a million other times anyway. But I was like, oh my God, I was going to surprise him. He said, I need security because you'll be stolen, and they will kidnap you and kill you. They will knife you. Like, and I see all these white people traveling, and do you know, Joe, so I had, obviously he's died now, but my director at work, this is the weirdest thing that happened to me, because it was an argument we had about 6 years ago, and my director lived in Lagos. You know, I don't know whether you've heard of Shreddit in Nigeria, but we do recycling in your country. In Nigeria, we do a lot of we we do a lot of recycling things. Anyway, yeah, Joe Gummersall said, what if it, I don't know what I was even saying. Sorry, my
So it was lying to you that if you come to Nigeria, you'll be kidnapped, you'll be this, you'll be that. You just
yeah, so sorry. Yes, thank you. So my brain just goes sometimes. So yes, thank you. Disconnection. Oh, 101. So it was a situation. Yeah, so it was a situation whereby he said to me, well, I've lived there. It's not that bad, you know, it's absolutely fine. And, you know, there's loads of white people in Lagos. Like, I don't know why he's saying to you that you're going to be kidnapped. Like, why are, like, I work there, like, and he would sit next to me and say, because obviously we worked in the admin department and we would do all the admin for Nigeria and Lagos, because we all do the banks, you know, the major banks in Lagos and stuff. And he would say, you know, they will kidnap you, so I can never take you until we've got an army man, and until we've got money, we need big money for army man. You know, like we need like an army man. And I'm like, but how are all, like, Joe has just said this, like, so he
let me tell
tells me
you.
that he
Let me
doesn't
tell you. Let
he
me tell
doesn't
you. In
understand
Nigeria,
because he's white,
in Nigeria, white
you know.
people are moving freely in Lagos here. White people are moving freely in Lagos here. No security, nobody. They are moving freely. They own their own
No,
businesses.
darling, I know
They
that
drive
now. I
their
know
own
that
and all that.
now. I know. Listen, I
What do
would
you
go
mean?
there with my
Hello,
kids
see,
now and move
please listen,
freely.
listen. I know a lot of people will be lying to you guys, to some of you guys, that avoid northern Nigerian, the north, avoid that place. And also, me, I won't say go to the east because there's also insecurity there. Where you are safe to visit now is Lagos and Abuja. You get me now? So, but I will tell you guys for a fact, if your man is saying, oh, he's just lying. There's something is hiding from. So, and it's not good,
100%.
you know. And this woman is not even. This is a very young woman. Is he your first husband?
Yeah, me.
Is he your first husband?
Me.
Is he your first husband?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, my only husband, yeah. Of course.
Your first and only.
My first and last, my first and only, yeah,
Bro,
8
wait, see,
years.
listen. This
Yeah,
one is saying US is safer. US is safer. See, let me tell you one thing. See, Nigeria is safer than US.
of course.
I can bet on that. Nigeria is safer than US. Nigeria is more safer than US. Nigeria.
100%.